Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology once again. I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer. And today I'm going to be discussing a very important transit that is Saturn's ingress in its own sign, in its own nakshatra that is ruled by Saturn, that is Utarabhadrapada. From Jupiter's nakshatra, it is going to be in its own nakshatra. So it is a very important transit, and it's time for payoffs. Whatever anyone on this planet has done wrong has to pay for their sins now. That is what Saturn is going to be, because it's the last sign of the natural zodiac any which ways, where we all have to pay off our karma. So if you have done a good karma, so it's time to reap the results. So don't worry. If at all we have done anything wrong, we all have to pay for it. So this time is a very important time period. And Saturn in Utarabhadrapada is going to be transiting through 3 times in Utarabhadrapada. It's going to be back and forth because it's going to be turning retrograde and then it's going to turn direct. So the whole transit, how can it be the same? So as you know, the whole duration of this transit has been divided into 4 padas, that is 4 Navamsas. And the Navamsa that are there in this nakshatra are of Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. So when it is going to be covering in the first lap, that is starting from the 28th of April till the 3rd of October, it is going to be covering the 2 Navamsa of Leo and Virgo to start with. And then it is going to be again transiting through Leo, Virgo, and then Libra and Scorpio, and then goes back to the Scorpio Navamsa again. So it's going to be a back and forth story, and I'm going to be telling you all about it. It's not going to be a very straightforward readings. As you know, I do not consider the way the astrologers actually spread the word that this being the ruler of this is going to be giving this kind of a result. No, it's not that straightforward. We have to see where Saturn is, what lordship Saturn has, and in which sign Saturn is. If you are in a dasha of a particular graha, it definitely plays out the most important role. And if you are in the dasha of Saturn or Sun or Mercury, when we move in the Navamsa or Venus or Mars, then this is going to play out even more. So it is going to be in the Pisces sign that is ruled by Jupiter. So Saturn in Jupiter's sign and in the Navamsa of Leo ruled by Sun. So this is the story. This is how we bifurcate. And then how is it going to be playing out if you are in the dasha of another graha? Suppose Venus dasha you're in. So how far is this Saturn from Venus? Venus exalts in this zone. So Venus plays a very important role again. So this is the time for strict discipline, and let's pay off for whatever we have done wrong during this transit, and definitely not to get scared of any of the transits. Remember, they will definitely be bringing about something positive, something negative alongside. So we cannot just write off, or we cannot just be fearful. We should not be dreading any of the transits that way. And these are all generic predictions when I'm giving for the 12 signs. So don't take it too seriously also that, oh my God, this is going to happen. No, it is the probability. It is just an indication. Until unless you know about it, how can you follow it? So you experience when I'm telling you, make a note of the dates again and again in all my videos. Make a note of the dates and see whether this kind of a particular event that I have mentioned is occurring. So if it is, why it happened? Because of Saturn forming a connection in such a way. Anyhow, this is what in a flow, I start teaching, that's something that I love doing. So let's start with the readings and what exactly is happening during this transit. So this is the time when the Lord of Time walks his own path through the waters of the soul. Destiny bends to discipline and karma comes home to be resolved. This is what is the karmic action or karmic anchor of completion and awakening. So whatever you sow, so shall you reap. So now here in the Utarabhadrapada nakshatra, there are 4 Navamsas, as I mentioned. Now it's going to be in Leo, Virgo, Leo, and then it is going to be moving backwards to the Purva Bhadra for a while. That is in the Cancer Navamansha. So please make a note of this, because this is what is going to be playing out the theme of this video when I'm talking about the dates. Please, please, please make a note of these dates. It's for the astrologers also. If you are not able to predict, please use these dates. If you don't have this time, I've mentioned all the, for your convenience. This is only for your convenience, everyone. Now, we also have to see, one sec. Let me share with you a couple of slides. Saturn is going to be giving results. One sec. Yeah. So I hope it is sharing. Now, Pisces is the final sign of the natural zodiac. Water, mutable, intuitive, and deeply spiritual. Saturn here becomes more reflective, inward, and emphasizes karmic completion, surrender, and emotional maturity. You definitely will, at the end of this transit, realize that, yes, this has given me some clarity in life. Now, Utarabhadrapada nakshatra is ruled by Shani, and here the deity is Ahir Buddhanya, which is the serpent of the deep sea. That is why Pisces is denoted as the ocean also. It's about anchoring spiritual wisdom into the worldly responsibility. Now you can just, connect the dots. What does this mean? The serpent of the deep sea. That means you're going to be getting some kind of spiritual wisdom during this time for sure. In this nakshatra, Saturn will be churning the depths of the subconscious, often bringing repressed patterns up for healing. So anything that you feel has been requires that kind of completion. That is why this is the time to heal the past wounds, offload your past baggage, or any kind of healing process which is required. Also, it is time for punishment, to the ones who are committing these kinds of sins, as you have seen, the terrorism, the warlike situations everywhere. So Saturn here will definitely teach us all that lesson, if we are part of it. So it said that पाप करना गुनाह है तो पाप सहना उससे भी बड़ा गुनाह है. So we have to be not party to the sins. So never ever take side of the wrong. Now, when Saturn moves through the Utarabhadrapada, it spans 4 Navamshas, as I mentioned: Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. When Saturn goes retrograde, so when is it going retrograde? I'm going to be sharing with you that retrograde slide also, because these are all different slides that I've made, so you must know. Now, Saturn is going to be getting retrograde from 13 July to 28th of November. Saturn is going to be transiting from the 28th April to 3rd of October in the Uttarabhadra Nakshatra, then 20th January to 17th May 2026, and lastly 9th October 2026 to 8th Feb 2027. So that is the reason it is going to be transiting through these padas. Now, when Saturn is going to be transiting through the Leo Navamansha. So first we'll discuss the Leo Navamansha. Now it is going to be in Leo Navamansha for 3 times: 28th April to 7th June, then 18th August to 3rd October 2025, then 20th January 26 to 22nd Feb 2026. These are the 3 times when Saturn will be in Leo Navamansha. It is going to be also getting retrograde and coming back. So first pass is direct. This is where Saturn carries a more ambitious, regal nature. You might feel pressure to prove your value or take responsibility in a leadership role. Saturn tests your pride, ego, demands humility in positions of power. That is why whatever is happening, especially in India, this is a testing time. when it will turn retrograde on the 13th of July till 28th of November. Then it is going to be entering from 18th August to 3rd October again in Leo Navamsa. So this will be the time when you will reassess your motives. Did you seek attention or genuine authority? Ego-based decisions now get challenged. Lessons in selflessness emerge. Now, Saturn is also going to be in the Virgo Navamsa. Okay. Now, in the Virgo Navamsa, it's going to be from 7th June to the 18th of August. And then it is going to be in Virgo Navamsa on 22nd Feb to the 21st of March. So when it is going to be in the Virgo Navamsa, Saturn is going to be becoming more detail-oriented. You may get pulled into solving practical problems. This is the time when we will get the solution in the worldly affairs also, remember. So this is going to be from 7th June to the 18th of August that we will get all the solution to the problems that we are going through. Streamlining systems, being of service. This is a strong time for disciplined self-improvement and critical self-evaluation. It is going to be coming back to Virgo after getting retrograde on the 22nd Feb to the 21st March 2026 also. So you rework mistakes or inefficiencies. There's a chance to refine your approach, fix what's been overlooked, and align daily routines with deeper purpose. And any tendency to nitpick or obsess is softened with spiritual insight. So this is what is the Virgo Navamsa saying. And then we have Libra Navamsa when Saturn is going to be transiting through. So this is the time when it's going to be transiting only once, that is 21st of March till the 17th of April. And here it is going to be, I think, not coming back in the retrogression. So we'll omit the retrograde return. It is going to be working as an exalted Saturn. So this is definitely very positive for everyone. So it's time to act in fairness, balance, and responsibly in relationship and in finances also. Ethical way of working will definitely play out. Then in the Scorpio Navamsa, it's going to be back and forth. And that's when, you have to read both. So in Scorpio Navamsa, once from 17th April to 17th May 2026, and then in Scorpio Navamsa from 9th October 26 to 8th Feb 2027. So in the first pass, it is going to be the time for going deeper into whatever issues or hidden fears, emotional scars, these kinds of issues, you will definitely be digging through, and subconscious conditioning. And this is also the time to, get into the deeper inner transformation. When it is going to be coming back in retrogression and going direct, the karmic depth increases, old emotional patterns resurface for closure. You may experience a phase of solitude, loss, inner struggle, but it's ultimately about empowerment and healing what's been long buried. Always remember, any transit that happens has two sides to the story. So if it is saying that there is going to be a difficult time period, so it definitely means that you have, by the end of it, you will have some spiritual awakening also. That is how we learn. Okay. So let's start with the readings. I hope you have noted down the dates. Now coming to the sign-wise predictions. So when we talk about the sign-wise predictions, I do talk about the ascendant, moon sign, and the dasha sign. So as per the dasha sign, you have to check as well. And I've made a short video on the same. I'll clip it down in the description, how you can just navigate through this dasha sign-wise predictions, because every time I've been repeating. Now, Saturn in Utarabhadrapada nakshatra is going to be playing out a very important role in your lives, because it is going to be in your 12th house. And Saturn, being the ruler of your 10th and 11th house, is going to definitely be bringing about some important changes that you have to make in your perspective. It is also the time for self-introspection, how you can clarify things yourself, how you can be growing spiritually. This is a very good time for spiritual matters. Maybe you will get a job overseas also during this time. going away from your place of birth is also quite likely. And also this will bring about some social gains, friendships, new friendships, and the time for conscious detachment also. Strong sense of spiritual growth, foreign relocations, old goals and toxic friendships you will definitely be working through. I don't want this friendship, you'll be really working out on that. Remember, Saturn debilitates in your first house. In the 12th house, it is ruled by Jupiter. So it is definitely going to teach you by the end of this Utarabhadrapada nakshatra transit. Now it is going to be transiting through the Navamsas. Now I'm going to be sharing with you my insights on the same. Please do make a note of, because the whole transit cannot be the same. So this transit that I'm discussing is going to be from 28th April to the 3rd of October, because then it is from the 13th July to 28th November getting retrograde also. So I will be discussing that later. 28th April to 7th of June, this is the time period when you will be really focusing more on your relationship, investments. You're going to be very creative. Your children might be leaving and going overseas. This is a very good time for the ones who are students of astrology, students who are into some research oriented work. So this is definitely going to clarify and give them clearer picture and a broader perspective towards life. You're going to be feeling quite innovative during this time. You're going to be learning something new. This is also the time when you are going to be really very positive about your work, your job, you're just thinking about intelligence. You're healing your financial issues also. You're going to be very practical. You will be taking good care of yourself. And this is also the time when you might just meet your potential partner also. This might just be bringing about some changes, some conscious detachment. So it could be with your in your current relationship. Maybe you will meet somebody who's very mature and sensible. In Virgo Navamsa, 7th June to 18th August, and that's your 6th house working. So 6th house means that you're going to be quite nitpicky. Don't be self-critical during this time. And this will be definitely about some serious commitments that you're going to be catering to. Some commitments definitely need to be aligned. Relationships need to be really taken seriously. And financial stability is also required. Do not go in for heavy loans and litigations during this time. It won't help you. And then it is going to be coming back to the Leo sign, Navamsha wise. So you have to see where your sun is during this time, because Sun and Saturn have an opposition. These are two opposite energies and they don't do well. So in the Leo Navamsha from 18th August to the 3rd of October. So this is the time when you will experience that, yes, maybe some ex-partner comes back to your life. You feel that there is something which you need to resolve, some kind of baggage that you were carrying. Now you really need to work on that also. Maybe some investments will pay back, well. So just see for yourself whether these energies are playing out or not. So you have to tell me later. This is a very good time for a digital detox also. I must tell you that you must switch off from time to time. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this transit of Saturn is going to be in Utarabhadrapada, its own nakshatra, from 28th April to 3rd of October. Now, post that, it is going to be, in the Purva Bhadra, because 13th July to 28th November is going to turn retrograde. I've given all the dates in the beginning part. I've explained what exactly are the Navamshas also it's going to be transiting through. So 28th April to 3rd of October is going to be in its own nakshatra. So this is the time when you will be reflecting on your gains, your ambitions, it might just bring about some delay in your stable success, especially career-wise. It might just be the time when you will be connecting with your fathers, teachers, and you're going to be discussing your career on the career front also. It's a good time to reevaluate your long-term goals and build solid networks. This is also a very positive time to work through your finances, especially when Jupiter is going to be in Gemini sign as well, from the 14th of May. It's a good time period to make money out of money. So you definitely are going to be working through your family, your relationships, your business proposal, if you are getting any. So this is definitely a positive time. Now, I've divided the whole phase into different parts, and this is from 28th April to 3rd of October. I'm covering this in this video. So 28th April to 7th of June. Now, this is first phase that you have to work through. So it is about your home, family environment. Maybe you're going to be shifting out. Your mother is going to be feeling a little unwell during this time. You have to cater to. And you might just purchase a property during this time and doing some kind of renovation, etc. You're going to be studying. If you're a student native, you might just change your path, your line of education also. Then from the 7th June to the 18th of August, this is the time when you're going to be working through your children, your studies, your competition. Maybe you're going to be meeting those kinds of people who are going to be helping you out with your investments, etc. You're going to be really working harder on that creativity, love, children. You're going to be more involved in. Your focus will be mainly on yourself, on your relationships during this time. So it's good if you are focused more on your self-growth, self-image, and maybe there is a job shift also that can happen during this time period from 7th June to 18th August. It's a very important transit. And also from 18th August to the 3rd of October. Now here in between 13th July to 28th of November, Saturn is going to turn retrograde also. So when it's going to be turning retrograde, this is the time period when you have some back and forth in your profession. There will be some churning which can happen. Boss can change. Your profile can change. Maybe you're asked to multitask, look after multiple areas, or designations, or maybe departments that you have to cater to. Also, you're going to be very innovative. You will get to know whether you want to be working here or you want to quit, you want to change. You might just get an offer also during this time, but be very mindful of quitting and changing the job between 18th August to the 3rd of October. Okay. So be cautious about it. Otherwise, it is definitely the time when you will be making some important decisions and changes in your home front. Your relationship with your family is going to either improve, or it is going to be having some kind of topsy-turvy ride. So you need to be composed and you need to make some decisions, bold and important decisions. Okay. For Gemini natives, this transit of Saturn is going to be in your Saturn's nakshatra, Utarabhadrapada. Now, here in the 10th house, you already have been going through, since Saturn has transited, you have changed the way you work. Either you have expanded, or you have, we can say that there have been some joint ventures, collaborations, or some karmic maturity is there in your work. And you are tested in the public life and responsibilities also during this time with Saturn in Utarabhadrapada. And you will be more structured, more humble, more transformative. You're going to be research oriented also during this time, but the whole transit cannot be the same. So 28th April to 7th of June would be the time when you're less communicative and you're working on the ground level. Maybe you're writing, you're publishing, you're just working harder on a different perspective, on a different level altogether. This is the time when your emotional realism, you will definitely be letting go of your emotional realism, and you will be more on working on the practical realms also. And this might just bring about some connectivity with your siblings, your neighbors, your friends. Maybe you're going to be traveling overseas. You're traveling a lot during this time, maybe, but your efforts are going to pay off. Then on the 7th of June to the 18th of August, it's going to be in the Virgo Navamsa, that is your exalted place, So this is the time when you might just be having some connectivity with your family, buying, purchasing property, renovating your place, letting go of your emotional dependency again, maybe dealing with the ancestral burdens or redoing or your living situation. There are some responsibilities, home responsibilities, family responsibilities that are going to increase. You're going to be studying. You're going to be starting some educational plan. Maybe you're expanding your horizons now. You don't want to limit yourself to what you're doing only, And then it is going to be coming back to the Leo Navamsa 18th August to the 3rd of October. So this is the time when you will be forming a connectivity with your siblings, or maybe you're traveling, you're learning more. In case you have any communicative skills to add on to, you will be how you can communicate in a composed manner. It is not going to be a loose talk or just talking anything. You're going to be really serious about it. And some presentations, some kind of meetings which are going to really play out during this time will be a very important phase for you, will be a deciding phase for you. Very detail oriented and minute details that you have to get into. Also, Jupiter will be in your first house, so it is definitely going to be giving you some changes, any which ways. Expansion is also evident. So this is a very positive kind of a transit, it seems, and do let me know once this transit gets over. Okay. Coming to the Cancer sign. So for Cancer natives, this transit of Shani is going to be in Utarabhadrapada nakshatra. And this is from the 28th April to the 3rd of October that I'm covering in this video. Then it turns retrograde and gets direct. All that will be coming soon as well. Now, Saturn in Utarabhadrapada nakshatra, you must understand, is a very transformative nakshatra. It is about changes that you really need to make. These are going to be giving you, it might just challenge your faith, your strength, how you handle a situation. You have to be really, really strong, because Saturn is also your 7th and 8th lord, not to forget. So it has to play out that theme as well. So it is going to be giving you some delays and frustrations from time to time in relationships will be tested. Also, education requires some deeper connectivity. You need to learn more. You need to grow more in those maybe research-oriented mindset will definitely help you work your way. Also, you're going to be restructuring yourself and your environment on the soul level. This is not going to be a superficial kind of a transit for you. It's a very deep and a very important transit for especially, Gemini, Leo, and Cancer people. It's definitely going to be giving you a little different way of looking at things also at a bigger picture. But the whole transit cannot be the same. So I've divided into different parts. That is the Navamsa it will be entering into. So 28th April to 7th of June, it's going to be in Leo Navamsa, which is your second house Navamsa. So this is the time when you want to save money. Maybe this is the time when your father's health is not good, or maybe there is some relationship issues or some dental issues that you go through. And also this is going to be giving you that authority and leadership skills, learning about that as well, because it is the 9th house playing out in the second house theme. So it is good if you enhance your skills, enhance your wealth prospects, how you can make money out of money, save some money during this time, conserve, and do not be spendthrift. Then in the Virgo Navamsa, it's going to be from 7th June to the 18th August. Now, this is a good transit for you. Here, it is going to be playing out a very good role for communication, learning more, skill enhancement, meeting people, aligning your education, your conversation skills with your, with your co-workers definitely are going to upgrade you. You're going to be conveying things to your bosses and seniors, and you're going to be discussing some projects during this time really seriously. You're going to be getting into the depth and detail of everything. Journeys will play out a good, major, important role. Your siblings are going to be helping you out. They're going to be matured, seasoned, sensible for you, always available types, and they'll support you. Then it is going to be coming back to the Leo Navamsa on this 18th August to the 3rd of October. Now, this is again the time when, the theme is playing out. You need to finish off the tasks that you picked up during the 28th April to 7th June. Now you have to just bring those energies into force. You will be working on your finances, savings, budget planning, how you can enhance your skills to make money, maybe meeting experts, how you can be more creative during this time. So all these are the themes of this Saturn in Utarabhadrapada. It cannot be this throughout the same kind of a result, isn't it? So that is why I use the Navamsas also always. So coming to the Leo sign, and it works in the Navamsa also. Do check. When Saturn is transiting through these Navamsa, you have to check the condition in Navamsa also of Leo and Virgo, and also Pisces in your Navamsa. For Leo natives, this transit of Saturn is going to be in your 8th house. And Saturn is already in the 8th house and it's now in its own nakshatra. So definitely 6th house, 7th house, 8th house are going to get triggered even more. So here, because it is in the 8th house of deep karma activation, this is the time you need to humble. You need to humble down. This is the time, because Leo people are, maybe if you are egoistical, if you have a sun in the 1st house or in the 9th house, or, it's said that these places, people generally, they are very egoistical, but they're very hardworking also. With this Saturn in the 8th house, it really wants you to, it is going to force you to surrender old, control patterns. Do not just be the controlling one, the dominating one. It's a good time for therapy, deep introspection, transformation in your relationship, how you look at things, how you look at people, how you look at, your perspective needs to be changed during this time if you really want things to work your way. 6th house is a servitude attitude. You do for others. 7th house is other people. If you do for other people, definitely this is going to be a good transit for you, isn't it? Now it's going to be in the Leo and Virgo Navamsa back and forth from 28th April to 3rd of October. That is why I've divided into 3 parts. And then henceforth, I will be doing separate videos again, though I have given the Navamsa dates already. So if you want to use it, it's perfectly fine. Whosoever is watching this video, these are all, I don't have any copyright issues. If I've made a presentation, you can use it easily. No problem. Now here, because it's all information, which one must get the right information. Now, when Saturn is going to be in Leo Navamsa from the 28th April to the 7th of June, now this is the time when you will become very serious. Your approach towards life is going to change. Your perspective is going to change. You're going to be looking at things in a very different way, in a different light altogether. Okay, I need to work humbly. I need to really help others genuinely. You're going to be now you will be getting those kinds of opportunities also, where you will be joining hands with some NGO or some religious institute, or you're working for some educational institution. So these kinds of situations will come up, and it is definitely going to be positive for you. It will be aligned well. Okay, so make the best use of this transit, because now you're going to be having a very different and a serious approach towards life also. It is going to be paving way to growth, success, wealth generation also. And then it is going to be the 2nd house Navamsa, which is going to play out from 7th June to the 18th of August. Now, this is the time when you will have focus more on making money out of money, how you can save more money. Expenditures might be just going beyond your control. So you need to work on that even more passively, because you need to control, you need to see that it is not wasting your time and energy, during this time period. So save your money. And also, this might just bring about some relationship issues with your family members. So you have to be very careful about that also. Don't be controlling. You need to be more humble, and you need to be more focused on the cordiality. Okay. And then it is coming back to the 1st house from the 18th August to the 3rd of October. Again, you will be seriously thinking about growth, and you are going to be a very different person altogether. Whatever you changed is now going to pay you back. So this is the time what you did from the 28th April to 7th June. Now is the time when you will be actually reaping the results of what you have sown between 18th August to 3rd of October. Good for finances, good for change, good for independent job proposals, or maybe, you're going to be getting that leadership skills. You're going to be getting that authority also at the workplace. If you are into your business, then it is going to give you some expansion also there. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this transit of Saturn in Utarabhadrapada is going to be in your 7th house. Now, it is also the ruler of your 5th and the 6th house, and it is going to be in Utarabhadrapada Nakshatra in the Navamsa of Leo and Virgo, and then again Leo from 28th April to 3rd of October. All the dates I've given, but I will be doing till the 3rd of October only. So when Saturn is forming a connection with the 5th and the 6th houses, so definitely it is about your marriage, your long-term partnerships. It's about your routine, your health, your creative projects, your children, how you are more committed and serious about dissolving what is not aligned. And also relationship responsibilities will deepen. Slow progress, but steady is definitely expected and nurtured. So you have to be more on the servitude attitude, how you can help others, how you can be a people's person, how you can change others' life, how you can be contributing in others' life. So this is a very positive time period to change and do things for others. Connect to some NGO, connect and join some old age home where you can just actively go and work and help them, and maybe a hospital, you can just go and help them out. The patients, especially old age or handicapped, they'll definitely require your um, they will require your services, or maybe it'll be good for them to have you around, isn't it? Going personally and helping them out if possible, if you are in those areas where you are allowed to meet them, so it's all the more better. Saturn is going to be in the Leo Navamsa from 28th April to 7th of June in your 12th house. So this is the time for reflecting, self-introspection, good for the people who are staying overseas already or traveling overseas for work. This might just bring about some issues in your partnership or in your relationship, your spousal relationship, or the relationship that you are having right now, which is a temporary one. So maybe you will get a clarity, okay, I don't want to be in this relationship, let's end it. But do not get carried away and make any hasty decisions, I would request you, because it might just be a reversal time when from 18th August to 3rd of October. It might just, be revoked. No, I don't want to break away from this relationship, or the vice versa. Also, it's a good time for catering to your needs, expenditures you can cut down. Whatever you really need, you will be buying. So this is a good time. 7th June to 18th August, this is a good time for a serious approach that you're going to be adapting or adopting to do your things, to do your daily routines, how you can be more active, how you can be more composed, how you can be more in time and punctual. The procrastination will definitely wave off from your dictionary for the time being. So you're going to be really working very hard. You're going to be spending more time in understanding yourself and others. You are definitely a new version of yourself. So make the best use of this. And this is also going to activate your your hidden talents you never thought of. Then from 18th August to 3rd of October, again, this is a time of self-reflection, self-introspection. You might just be in isolation. You might just be traveling overseas. This is a time for maybe some health issues to you, your partner, or a divorce or a separation if you are getting into, or you have already been from 28th April to 7th June. Now is the time when you're going to be actually coming out of it, or there's a verdict coming your way. Also take care of your partner's health during this time. And it is also reflecting some health issues. So you need to take care of yourself during this time period. It can be good, it can be bad. As I said, it's a mixed bag always. All the transits cannot be the same. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this transit of Saturn, your Yoga Karagraha, is going to be in the Saturn's nakshatra, which is your 4th and the 5th lord, and is transiting your 6th house in Utarabhadrapada, its own nakshatra. So definitely a very, very positive transit for you. Why? Because it is going to be connecting you. This is the time for bridging the gaps in a way. You'll be meeting your family. You'll be meeting a life partner or a romantic partner during this time. You're being asked to take care of your body, be practical, and refine your lifestyle and work ethic. You're going to be having that servitude attitude. Maybe now you will realize that the value of your your inputs or your hard work, that you have been putting in from last 5 years, in fact, I would say, because 2.5 years, it was in the fourth and the fifth houses. Now it's a payback time for you. Now you will get the results of what you have actually, done. So good, bad, ugly depends on your personal chart, of course. But if you have done the hard work the right way, now is the time you'll be paid back the fruits that you have been waiting for. So a very positive time for Libras. Mark my words, your hard work will not go down the drain. Always remember. Now, the whole phase cannot be the same. As I always say, it is divided into 3 parts till 3rd of October. I'm covering from 28th April this year. So to start with, from 28th April to 7th June, it's going to be activating your 11th house. Now, 11th house is about social circle, your family, disconnection also, because it is from 4th to the 8th. And also this is about your the community you move around in, the influential people that you connect with. So Saturn here is going to actually, make you more creative. You will meet new people who are very composed, who are actually going to enhance your qualities, your potential. So they will recognize, oh, this person can do this, So you will be appreciated by your bosses, your seniors, your maybe government authorities. You're going to be really in a good space during this time. But do take care that there can be people who are conspiring against you also at the workplace. So you need to be cautious about that, because Saturn rules your 4th and the 5th house also, not to forget that. So you need to be all the time alert. It can bring about some changes also. Maybe, in your romantic relationship, there can be some shift of energy. Maybe the partner is not accepting you working long hours, etc. So that is something you need to work on. Then from 7th June to 18th of August, it's going to be the 12th house, which is getting active. So this is the time when you need to be more nurturing. You need to be more on the saving your finances. It is good for the overseas places, not good for the partner's health, though. They can be that you're going to be spending some time in the hospital, or maybe somebody's there, you're going to be giving, you're the carer or the caregiver, or you are going to be nurturing someone, or it's better that you join an NGO or visit an old age home during this time and just serve a bit over there. So that is actually, it's symbolic. Visiting a hospital, if we say that you are going to have a blood loss, so it's through accident or a surgery, so it's better that you donate blood. So that is why I always say that if it is activating a particular zone, so you activate it yourself. Visit the hospital. If you have to travel, you visit the airport, beforehand. If you're not able to, something is stuck. Suppose you know that you're going to fall sick, and your astrologer has told you that, this is not a favorable time period. So it's better that you go and serve someone in the hospital or in an NGO or an old age home. Just help them yourself. So that will counterbalance the energies. We are not just trying to avert what is what will happen, but it will minimize the impact for sure. I have seen it with my own eyes, so that is why I'm telling you, and I've experienced my first-hand experience about it. Then then Saturn is going to be coming back to the Leo Navamsa on the 18th August to the 3rd of October. And this is again going to resolve certain issues. Whatever you left, you will be picking it up from there. Bosses might change. Co-workers might just leave, and new co-workers are going to be joining in at this time. You're going to be actually completing the task that you started between 28th April to 7th June. Now you're going to be, having the hold on that particular task that you have been assigned. So it's definitely a very positive time period for you. And this is going to be giving you some relief also. I've done the video on the 10th aspect, etc. Please do watch all the videos before commenting, because I've already done the videos several paths: Saturn in Pisces, Saturn in Jupiter's nakshatra, Saturn in, now I'm doing Saturn in this nakshatra, Saturn in Navamsas. So please do watch all the videos. And on the global plane of how it is going to be impacting also, I've done. I do not want to leave any videos. Even if I'm unwell, I'm on the deathbed, I will do the video, I'm telling you, because that is my karma, and I'm going to definitely quit my karma this life. I will impart the knowledge that I have till the time I can, you know. So, and it is all really, really very unconditional that I'm just doing this. I don't want anything from you people. I just want that please follow the videos and follow the advice, please. Okay. So Libra is going to get active with the 4th, 5th, 6th houses. And of course, Saturn is looking at your your 8th house. It's looking at your 3rd house also. So it is going to trigger your travels. It is going to, you're shifting from the place where you are. You're going to be doing some research work also. Okay. If you wanted me to add this again. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. Okay, so for Scorpio natives, this transit of actually today, since last 2 days, you know, it has been so disturbing. I have had sleepless nights because of the Pelgam attacks, you know, so it has impacted me a lot. Because, you know, when you predict about an event, you know, and then it happens, it's not in a good taste, actually, you know. It really impacts you to the core. So the soul gets impacted, you know, seriously, that, oh, why did I say that? It's like that I feel at times when there's an earthquake, or when there is a train accident or a plane crash, or terror attacks, you know. So it has, you know, impacted me. I'm feeling little uneasy, but being an astrologer, I have to be strong. I'm supposed to be strong. But I'm doing my job. And everything, but just sharing you that, you know, these incidents, you know, are not just mere incidents. They are, you know, there are so many demise, so many people have died, you know. It really impacts you. It has shaken the whole country. It shook me completely, you know, from to the core. Anyhow, we have to be composed. We have to keep doing our karma. So Saturn said, do the video. So here am I. So Saturn is going to be in Utarabhadrapada nakshatra for Scorpio. Let me start again, because, you know, I was talking about something else. So for Scorpio natives, so if you're doing the timestamp, so for Scorpio natives, Saturn is going to be transiting Utarabhadrapada nakshatra from 28th April to 3rd of October. Firstly, you know, it is going to be transiting thrice, but I'm covering only 28th October to 3rd of October. Now here it is going to be in its own nakshatra, remember, in Pisces sign. So it is definitely going to gain the strength. Saturn is going to play out the 3rd house, 4th house themes and 5th house themes a lot, I would say, in abundance. So it is definitely going to be giving you some positive energy here. It is going to be making you gain that wisdom, and it is definitely going to be making you creative also. Creativity, love, children. You're harvesting your karma from communication and efforts. Saturn pressurizes you, remember. Wherever he sits, wherever he sees, he's going to pressurize you in those zones, remember. And if we are not disciplined, if we are not strict, it is definitely not going to be giving very good results. He wants to give you results. He wants to give you, but it's we who have to be receptive as well. So old ideas and creative projects need grounding. Romantic situations might be slow, but serious ones get stronger. Good time to plan investments with maturity. Be more composed, seasoned, and immature. Matured. Do not make decisions with a naive approach, I would say. So seek the help and advice of the experts before jumping into any kind of decisions regards to your investments also. You're going to be very creative though. Saturn is a cold and a detaching graha in the fifth house. It might just bring about some seriousness in relationship. It is not that it will not bring about relationship. Remember, Saturn, whenever it transits a particular zone, it triggers that zone. It's just not that it is going to be, not giving any relationship at all. No, it might just trigger a relationship because it's transiting there. It has to activate a particular zone. Without Saturn and Jupiter's grace, nothing happens. So when Saturn and Jupiter are forming a connection, the double transit, because Saturn is looking at Jupiter also right now, so this will activate marriage, romance, relationship. And this is going to be good for purchase of property. Maybe your mother's health is suffering, so she might just get some relief also. And Saturn is going to be transiting through the Navamsa of Leo and Virgo during this time, and will get retrograde and come back to Leo Navamsa also. So that's why I've divided into 3 parts, but it is going to be, of course, 6-7 parts. It should be the whole transit because it's going to be transiting through 3 times. Now, from 28th April to 7th of June, Saturn is going to be in Leo Navamsa. So this definitely is very positive for a job change, new assignment. You will get very practical at work. There are many things that you have to handle also. Maybe you have to handle multiple departments. You're going to be changing your position. You're going to be changing your way of working. Maybe you adopt some primitive, way of working and you get good solutions. It's not that every time the modern solutions are only going to give you good results. No. Sometimes the primitive approach also helps you grow. So this might be the time when you're going to be working through these projects in a very conservative or a very primitive approach, and you're going to be gaining that kind of positive results during this time. Bosses, seniors might just be questioning you on your ideas that you have given or implementing those ideas. So there is lots which is going to be happening in between 28th April to 7th June at the place of work. You are going to be visiting some religious place during this time, meeting people, presentations, job profile change, etc. can also happen. Then 7th June to the 18th of August, it's going to be in your 11th house. The Saturn is going to be in the Virgo Navamsa. Now, this is the time when you will be working through your relationship with your friends. You're going to be getting very serious about your relationship. No, I don't want to be in this relationship, or I don't want to carry out this relationship this way. Okay, this is what can help me resolve the issue. If it doesn't, then you are going to be giving some time to your relationship first. And then you will, because Scorpio natives will give some time and they will definitely be keeping things to themselves, but they will give time. They will say that, no, I don't want to just walk away from this relationship straight away. No, they'll give some time, once, twice, thrice, and then they will decide. So these kinds of transits will definitely trigger all of that. You're going to be really thinking about your investments. You're planning everything really well, getting into the nitty-gritty of everything rather than just superficially doing anything. And then it comes back to your Leo sign, and that's from the 18th August to the 3rd of October, when this 10th house gets activated again. So whatever you were supposed to complete and you could not, now is the time when you will be completing everything like that. And you will be getting those kinds of results also in your favor. And you will definitely be making some good growth in your professional career right now. If you want to go in for any kind of change, so you can do that also. Any kind of government related paperwork, etc. If you have to apply for some applications, etc. You can do it during this time. It will definitely come through. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. Now, Saturn will be transiting through the Utarabhadrapada nakshatra in the Pisces sign from 28th April to 3rd of October. First lap I'm talking about. The second is 20th Jan to 17th May next year. So, but when it is going to be in this zone till the 3rd of October, it is definitely going to be activating your fourth house affairs, home, emotional security, mother's health. You might just be shifting away or relocating from your place right now. You're thinking or planning already with Rahu, Saturn, so many planets here. And Lagnesh also in the 6th house will be bringing about that change in your home environment, maybe renovation, etc. It is going to be in the nakshatra ruled by Shani, Saturn. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th houses are getting active any which ways. So you're thinking about wealth, speech, siblings. You're going to be really emotionally, you're going to be realistic. Not that you're going to be more on the emotional bent of mind, but you're going to be practically thinking about the situation. You're going to be really responsible. You're dealing with your ancestral burdens also. You're thinking about your growth, your wealth. Eating wrong things, wrong food types of foods might just give you some digestive trouble. So that is something which is very offbeat, but I wanted to mention with Saturn, in the 4th house and the in the lordship of the 2nd house and the 3rd house. So anything that you want to do, regards to your home environment, relocation, etc., change of place, change of your home environment, as in some renovation, etc. So you can do it, but it will be little time consuming if you want to do it. So plan it really well. Also, the whole transit cannot be the same, right? So I've divided into different parts. Why? Because there are Navamsa that Saturn will be transiting through. There are 4 Navamsas in each nakshatra. So now in Utarabhadrapada, we have Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio Navamsa. Now here, till the 3rd of October, it is going to be back and forth in Leo and Virgo only. So 28th April to 7th June, and then 7th June to 18th August, 18th August to 3rd of October. 28th April to 7th June is going to be 9th house Navamsa, which is getting active. So you can check in your Navamsa also, D9 chart. So 9th house affairs means that you're going to be tested on your religion, on your religious belief system. You might just come across a guru from some other league, something very different than what you are from whichever community you are. So this will be an offbeat kind of a guru, like very unconventional. So maybe you are from the West, like I'm an Indian, so you're from the West, and you meet a guru who's teaching astrology, maybe, I'm just giving an example. So somebody who is from the other, very, I would say, someone which is a foreigner. Okay. So this is also going to trigger a language, travels, learning more. You might just be looking at the picture in a very different way during this Leo Navamsa transit of Saturn. This might just be triggering some changes in your home environment. You might just be traveling, leaving your country and going to another country. So this is definitely the time to be more creative, more connected to the childlike you also, who needs to grow. Okay. So polish yourself, refine yourself and your thought process. 7 June to 18th of August, your 10th house Navamsa is going to get active. That is Virgo Navamsa. Now, also check what is the condition of your Virgo Navamsa in your D9 chart. If there is a planet, then bring it here and see how it is going to play out from 7 June to 18th August. There's a lot of workload that you have to actually handle. Neeraj, I've already done a video on Saturn transit through the Pisces sign, and the 10th from this sign is Sagittarius. That is a very important video. Please do refer to that. Please do watch that. Very rarely I leave any videos. So just check. I've done everything about Saturn till now. Now, Saturn is going to be in the 10th house Navamsa from the 7th June to 18th of August. Now, this is the time when you will definitely activate this zone. If you are waiting for a job, maybe that'll trigger. If you want to go and join a new course, upskill yourself, or meet your bosses and seniors and co-workers and discuss some ideas about your whatever your thought process is on the particular problem, the solution that you have. So you can discuss all that, and it will be definitely given weightage. This might just be bringing about a clearer picture and a very, in a broader sense, you'll be looking at things now. So it is going to trigger all of that, and it is going to be either or, triggering all of that. Then it is going to be in your 9th house of Navamsa from the 18th August to the 3rd October. This will be bringing about the new you. You're going to be maybe changing your job. You're going to be learning more. You're upskilling yourself. You're meeting your guru, your teachers, your mentors, and you're discussing problems. So this is definitely a very positive time for you. So this is how you have to bifurcate. The whole transit cannot bring about the similar kind of results. Coming to the Capricorn sign. So for Capricorn natives, let me just write this. So your Lagnesh is going to be in its own nakshatra. That is Saturn in Saturn's nakshatra from 28th April to 3rd of October. Now, this is a very important and a crucial time period for you. Because as it is, you people have been suffering because, things were not moving with the Sarasati phase, etc., which was going on. Now it is going to be giving you that courage and that skill that you have been waiting for. It is going to be giving you that time to speak and act now. And this is going to be giving you that, how you can pursue your goals, how you can be more disciplined, how you can work on your identity, your family values, how you can integrate all of these. And also, this is going to be giving you some results which are not going to be that quick. They are going to be little slow. Okay. When they are little slow, it is going to be giving you, it is going to give you long-term success. You have to be patient. Sibling dynamics may also get karmically tested during this time because it is your 3rd house affair which is getting active. Also, first, second, third houses, when they get active together, it is a very good time period to analyze your own potential, where you stand. So this is the time when you will definitely be matured, seasoned, more compatible with others, the outside world. You're going to be doing for others also during this time. So it is definitely a very positive time period for you, and it is going to give you that kind of new approach also. Now, the whole transit cannot be the same. So it has to be in the Navamshas. So I have divided into 3 Navamshas. It is going to be transiting through Leo, Virgo, and then again Leo. So Leo is your 8th house Navamsha after all. So there is definitely a bigger change that is coming to you, and there are some important changes that you're going to be making in your investments, in your job, in your proposals that you have in hand, business-wise. And you're going to be research-oriented mindset also. We're going to be really creative. So 28th April to 7th June is the theme that I've just mentioned going to play out. So either or. Depends on your personal chart, of course. But it is definitely going to be changing things. It is going to be making you a very a stronger person yourself also. Maybe this is a good time for travels. You might just meet those kinds of people who are actually, who need your attention, who are childlike. Now you're going to help them grow. Then Saturn is going to be in the Virgo Navamsha from 7th June to 18th August. Now, this is going to be triggering some travels. You're going to be meeting your guru, your father-like figures. You're going to be learning more. You're upskilling yourself. You're getting into depth and detail of everything. Don't be self-critical during this time. Because generally, I've seen people really don't appreciate their own dynamics, their own potential. So here you are going to definitely work through the relationships, and you're going to be working on your growth. There can be some changes in the job front also. You might just be switching a job, or you might just be doing things in a very different manner, in a conventional manner rather. Then it is going to be from 18th August to 3rd October in the Leo Navamsha again. So now just go back and see 28th April to 7th June, how this period played out. In case you did not learn anything, now you're going to be learning everything. That really depends on your now it is the time that you will be changing, you'll be doing things in a very different manner, and you're going to be learning more during this time. So you're going to be very creative. You're thinking about investments, changes, how you can just change your perspective also in life to do things. So this is a very positive period overall for Capricorn natives. It's a big change which is coming your way. And also Jupiter is also going to be transiting your sixth house. So it is going to be triggering a lot many things like competition, success. You're going to be feeling better health wise. You're going to be able to come out of the litigation, loans, etc., that you have been going through. So it's definitely a very win-win situation that you're going to be entering into. Coming to the Aquarius sign. Now, for Aquarius natives, Saturn is a ruler of your first and your 12th house, and it's going to be transiting your second house. Now, the theme that is going to be playing out is it is going to be in its own nakshatra. You must understand. So it is triggering 12th house, it is triggering first house, and it is triggering your second house also. So it means that you're going to be now tested in these areas: your self-worth, family values, finances. Maybe you feel the weight of the past losses. You're going to be working on that. There is a personal identity shift which is going to be taking place. So you need to be very careful if at all you're going in for any kind of change of job. This is not the time for getting this is going to activate certain areas which involves money, speech, value systems. So reassess your relationship, and that too with abundance. And uh, uh, this is in abundance, not with conservative approach. So forgive others. This is also going to be giving you a chance to take good care of your partner, your relationships. Relationship with others is going to be tested also during this time. But your identity is going to shift and take another way of looking at things. It's going to really change. But this is also a very positive time for saving money. You will be working on your finances, your financial growth, how you can make money out of money and all that. But it is not a good time period for going in to any kind of major financial shifts. Don't go for heavy purchases or anything that you have not planned for. Now, here, Saturn is going to be transiting through three Navamsas, that is Leo, Virgo, and then again Virgo. So 28th April to 7th June, it is going to be in your 7th house Navamsha. Now, this is going to trigger your 7th house affairs, your relationship. It might be tested now. This might just be the time when you have to invest in your business, and you have to maybe start a new relationship. Your partner's health is actually not that good, so you have to look after. If you have a new relationship, you have started a new relationship, it will be a back and forth in that. It might just not be the time for starting a new business also during this time, because it is the seventh house affairs which is going to get triggered up also. Seventh house will give you long-term commitments, because Leo will give you long-term commitments. If you have any relationships, responsibilities will deepen during this time. Then it is going to be the 8th house Navamsha, which is going to be from the 7th June to the 18th of August in the Virgo. So deep karmic activation is going to take place. Now you are going to be getting into the deep introspection, transformation. Your relationship is going to be with your relationship with people is going to, now the chemistry and bonding is going to change. That too with power and sexuality, it is going to be transforming now. This is also the time when you are going to be strengthening your inner challenge, that, okay, I want to grow deeply. I want to grow not superficially. I want to work on myself, on my research, or anything that you're already into. I hope you understand that, because I'm not just getting at the exact point, but there are some shifts which are coming here. When I see the 8th house energy, it's going to play out. So you're working on your health, on your relationship, on your inner transformation. This is also bringing about a lot many duties to you. So you are going to be giving a lot of energy and time to your to the other areas of life. So I think you should work through that, and it will definitely play out in your favor. Then it is coming back to your 7th house on the 18th August until the 3rd October. It's going to be in Leo Navamsa. So whatever you left, you could not finish till 7th of June. Now you can pick it up from there. Maybe you want to start a business because Saturn is now gaining strength. It's going to be back and forth, and now it's going to be starting to get back to that, and it will start getting direct also here. So good time to start or initiate a business or any kind of proposal that you're getting from the overseas place, or you're going to be changing your relationship quotient, whether you want to be in this business or you want to be in this relationship or not. Now you will get that clarity, and you're going to be really making some important and challenging decisions. If you're a student natives, you might just be studying really well, or maybe traveling overseas, or changing or shift of energy over there, this subject or that subject. So you're going to be really working very hard on yourself, for yourself, actually. Okay. So this is the transit. So the transit cannot be the same altogether. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. Before I enter Pisces, somebody is asking, sorry about this. I have done videos on Rahu Ketu transit also in Aquarius and Leo sign. Please do watch that. Sorry about this. So for Pisces natives, this transit of Saturn is in your 1st house and in its own nakshatra, that is Saturn's nakshatra. So it is going to trigger your 11th and 12th and 1st houses. First of all, aspect wise, it is triggering, of course. Wherever Saturn sits, it has to aspect the 3rd aspect, 7th aspect, and 10th aspect. Of course, I've done the video on the same. Please do watch that. Now, Saturn, in the playlist, you will get all the videos. Now, Saturn is also in the Utarabhadrapada nakshatra, not to forget. It's a transformative energy any which ways. Now, here, you're going to be working on your friendship, on your goals, on your isolation, on your spirituality, on your major restructuring, your self-concept, your self-concept, body, direction of life. This might just take a steady shift. Now you're coming of age, actually, because it's your 1st house. Not to forget that. So when Saturn is going to be in the 1st house, as it is, it's going to bring about some major changes. People become very indifferent, or we can say they become very matured. There is lots of energy which is going to play out. It's a transformative energy. You're completely in isolation, matured, seasoned. You suddenly start talking, maybe, you're a motivational speaker. Suddenly you become motivational speaker. You become a very different person altogether, or a seasoned person, I would say. So here it is a very transformative sign any which way, is the 12th house. So this might just bring a lot many changes in you. You will be very bold and courageous during this time. You know what kind of friends need to stay in your life and what kind of people need to stay in your life. Now you're going to be working in isolation behind the scenes if you were in the limelight. Okay. So that will be good for you. Now, this whole phase I've divided from 28th April to 3rd October into 3 parts. That is the Navamsa of Virgo, of Leo Virgo, and then again Virgo. So 28th April to 7th June is going to be the 6th house, which is going to get active. So this is the time which is giving you lot many opportunities to reconcile with your partner in your relationship, work through your health. Don't procrastinate. You definitely will be shifting your way of working also. You will be changing. You'll be really getting into the caregiving and nurturing kinds. You're going to be having that servitude attitude now. Going to be very creative. Children, students, they're going to be really doing well. And this is the time when you will be very punctual about everything. So now the changes are coming in, but they are going to be bringing about some slowdom also simultaneously. It's not that it's going to happen overnight. So 28th April to 7th June, and then again 18th August to 3rd October, this house is going to get active. That is Leo Navamsa. So if you are not able to cope up with these energies, then again you will be getting this time to redo or reconcile or work on your projects, or maybe the routine that you have started during that time. Between 28th April to 7th June, now you can actually implement it. Okay, get into the depth of everything, nitty-gritty of everything. Don't be self-critical. Don't analyze yourself too much. Okay, or just don't put yourself in the spot. Okay, then seventh house, Virgo Navamsa is going to get active. So it's good time to get married, to get into a relationship, get into a business, getting into a partnership. So this is going to trigger all of that. It's good for working through your other people, how you can be helpful to others, how you can do for others, how you can be how you can have a servitude attitude. Even in business, you might just be getting involved in an NGO business or NGO, you're helping someone. So that kind of a work will definitely play out and help you. In case you want to go in for any kind of change of job, change of place, travels. So those can trigger between 7 June to 18th August. It's a good time, actually. So just make the best use of. All right. So this is what is the transit about. And towards the end, I just wanted to mention that what kind of, I just forgot, actually. I wanted to give you the remedies also for this. That is what you should be doing, especially with the Saturn's transit here. So you can simply just, okay, let me give you the remedies here. Okay. Remedies, which I should have given in the first go. Okay. So as regards to the remedies, Saturn is going to be in Utarabhadrapada. This is a very, very good time for helping the old-aged people, helping through the charity to the priest or to the handicap. Secondly, you can recite Shani Bij Mantra. You can get it online. Please recite 108 times every day. It is definitely going to help you all. Okay. So these are the remedies one must do. And this is also, let me think. It is a good time for, because it is Ahira Buddhanya, deep serpent. So you can do serpent. What should I give? Pisces sign, water sign. Okay. So you can do one thing. Pisces is north direction. So in the north direction, keep a pitcher of water, a bowl of water or a pitcher of water, cover it with a lid. Okay. On a Saturday, you can do it. And the next Saturday, just if there is an ocean nearby, just throw it. If it gets dirty, so change it after 2-3 days time, and then again refill it. So till the time Saturn is in this Utarabhadrapada nakshatra, so that see, water has a lot of energy to absorb your negativity. So this will definitely help you. So you have to keep it in the north direction. I repeat, the pot or the pitcher or a bowl with the lid in the north direction. Just place it with water. If you have any doubt, you can check with me in the comment section. Please do give this timestamp. I'm not getting that kind of time, and I'm not in that frame of mind to do the timestamps right now. So please pardon me for that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a great Saturn in Utarabhadrapada. Om Tat Sat.